I love watching your videos, especially when you use that heavy duty thread. I have been trying to use the T270, the one what you use, but I don't know why. I can. My machine can take it, expose the thread from the top or from the bottom, or even it break it. Welcome back to my channel, my friend. On this video, I will give you an idea, a tips, what you can do in case if you want to use that heavy duty thread. This is a console 226, that's the model. And this is the thread that I use. The standard thread is the B92 Sunguard brand. With this thread, I don't have any problem on my machine. Not even my brother have any problem using this thread. None. This is the thread that I always use. It's a nice Sunguard. It's a marine thread. And once in a while I use this one. This is the T210. The T210 is a thickness thread, and my machine doesn't have any problem when I use this thread either. Nothing at all. Nothing. I don't have to adjust it. I just thread in and start sewing. When I have to adjust my machine, when I use this one, especially the top tension, is a thread T270. You have been watching on my videos. When I use it, my machine, it doesn't break, it doesn't expose from the top, it doesn't expose from the bottom, nothing at all. But on my brother's machine, when he was trying to use this one, it gave him a hard time. So I spent time trying to figure out what was the problem. And on this video, I will show you. If you have a console model 226 or a new one or old ones, I will show you. One thing, my friend, you have to use this needle 24. If you are trying to use the needle number 20, it will be impossible to put that thread inside the needle holes. Impossible. So with needle 22, you can make it, but still it will be hard to put that thread inside the needle hole. So make sure to use the needle 24 diamond or regular tips will work. This is the thread that I have my machine. I always use this one except when the customer asks for some thickness. It's the B92. And you can see I use this without any problem. Even that T210 I use without any problem. And I just making the stitch a little bit longer. See, sewing like nothing. And I bet you your machine take this thread like nothing too, like nothing, because this is the standard thread. I have a 1/4 inch padding, the binder, you can see it. Always the bobbin that I use is a B92, no matter if I'm using a regular thread or T210 or T270 thickness. No matter, I always use the same bobbin. So let's see. Let's put this thread on my machine, and I will show you what I did on my brother sewing machine, because his when he tried to use it for the first time, can't take it. It was so hard. I exposed the thread and from the top and a lot of things, but I figured out what to do in order to use that thread. So pay attention. That machine, it had 3 holes. That thread was inside those 3 holes right there. I bring that thick thread and watch. I am not going to put the thread inside those 3 holes. No, I will put them on 2 and let's see how it works. 1 before was on those 3 holes. And I got 2. And then the rest will be the same. Right there. And you can see how thick it is, that thread. You can see it. Even with the needle 24, sometimes it is hard to put that thread inside the hole, needle holes. Sometimes you have to make sure to clean the needle holes. And I just cut it. And good. That was fast. So let's try it. Let's try a piece of material. You can see it with the B92, nothing happened. Let's see with this one. Start sewing. And I bet you some of you had this problem. You can see the black needle exposed. And I put a different column on the bottom, that way you can see it clearly on the top. I bet you a lot of you have that issue. And you might be asking why. It's because you are using a thick thread. You are using the B90, the T270, and you can see it. That's obvious right there. Obvious, but nothing on the bottom. Let's lose a little bit right here. We are losing the tension. Let's see what happened. And this is still the same. It doesn't fix it at all. It doesn't fix it at all. So the thread is on 2 holes. Let's remove the thread on that section and put them on 1 hole. We are trying to reduce the tension, the tightness. So I put them on 1 hole because it was too tight. And I put them through the needle. And let's try another piece. Let's sew another piece and let's see what it does. It's on 1 hole only, then the rest is all the same as the white thread that I had before. And let's see it. So let's keep doing. It's still exposed, and you can see it. So what can we do? What can you do? You wanna use that thread? I can lose it a little bit there, a little bit, not that much because it's almost out, but still, it doesn't fix. That's understandable why it's doing that. And even exposed from the bottom, but that's not the big issue. I move the camera lower, that way you can see, and I will show you right here. I cannot keep going now with that one. The thread is only on the last hole. I can sew like this in a seat cover. I can use it like that. I can work like that. If the thread break it from the bottom, the problem is on the bottom. But you can see I sew, and the thread is so tight, but don't broke the thread. So what is the problem? The problem is on the bottom. You might be asking, why is on the bottom if I am using the thick thread on the top? Because the thread is stuck between the bobbin and the top place. That's the problem. There is the problem. How we are going to fix this. It's so simple. If you having any console sewing machine with the bobbin facing up, there is 99.9 that you will fix it by doing just what I am doing. If you have a different brand of sewing machine and the bobbin is facing up, you can fix it by doing this too. Okay, you see I unlocked the bobbin, that means the bobbin case. There is a little piece of metal pointing out that go inside the place. That go inside. I just remove it. I just unlock it. I lose those small screw. I'm going to remove it. That way you can see where that bobbin case lock. So there is. The bobbin case lock right here. It lock right there. And that thick thread, it has to go through there too. There is the problem. You might say, wait, what about if I sand it a little bit? That way I create more space for that thick thread. No, don't sand it. You will end up ruin it. Don't sand it. I will show you what you can do. So I just put the bobbin in place. I'm going to lock it. The point has to go exactly right there. See, it's out. I have to put it under, and you will hear a click, a noise. When you hear the noise, that means the bobbin case is locked. And then I will put this small screw and I will tighten. So it is tight. I just show you how it is under there. The bobbin case have a little piece of metal that it go behind under the place, and the running there is so small for that thread. We cannot do nothing here. It's all the way, almost all the way out. If so, the problem is on the bottom, and I will show you. The thread is stuck, and when you pull it, that thread come out of that place and it go out so fast. That's what is exposed from the bottom, from the top. You can see it's stuck. I will show you right here. I will put them on the slow motion, that way you can see it. Okay, there you go. No problem right there. That is the problem. It is stuck in there. It's stuck because we are using a thick thread, and the space between that place and the bobbin case, it is so small. It is perfect for the B92, even for the T210 thread. It is perfect for those kind of density thread, but not for this one. Not for this one. So let me try one more piece of material. Just making sure. You see, it's obvious. Imagine you are using okay, let's lower the hood is holding the bobbin case, and then it's the bobbin inside. So let's lower a little bit. Just remember, pay attention how it is your sewing machine. Soon as you lower and you sewing without any problem with thick thread, you don't have to adjust it anymore. You just can leave it like that for the B92, for the T210, all those kind of thread. You don't have to move it. So there is the hood. There is like a metal. You have to lower a little bit. How? You just have to loosen two small screws, and then I will push it with my right hand. So there is one, and there is the other one. Just lower a little bit, not that much. If you lower too much, the bobbin case is not gonna lock. But don't worry, in case if you do it too much, just make sure to lose those small screws again and push a little bit up. I know it is hard for you to see exactly what I'm doing. I am using my right hand to push it to lower. You can see it right there. See? Can I use this? Right there. See it, right? And then I push with my right hand and you can see it. Push it up, push it down. So don't push it all the way down. Just leave it on the middle and see if your sewing machine sew with that T270 thread. I just leave it on the middle. Okay, let's get a piece of material. Even the noise of the machine is different. I'm going to lower the camera, that way you can see it. And let's see it right now. See, I can see the spacing that is. See, it go without any problem. The gap between the bobbin case in that place is big enough for that thread right now. See, but maybe I lower too much. If I lower too much, it will be not good. So let's get a piece of material. And I can tell you, it's posed from the bottom. You can see it right there. So the problem is not on the top anymore, it is on the bottom, but that's okay. We can adjust right there. That is small knot. We can adjust it. Not a big deal. Just one more. See? And let's see it right now. Let's see if that fixed. Let me get another piece of material. I am moving the camera in a different angle, that way you can see it. And I can tell you, just by that little thing that we did, still exposing on the bottom. Remember before it was on the top, now it is on the bottom. But if it is on the bottom, by tightening that small little knot, we can fix it. Why? Because that thread is thick. It doesn't expose anymore from the bottom. So if I keep tightening it, you will adjust that tension right there according to the thick material that you are sewing. If you are using a 1/2 inch, make sure to adjust it before you use it. Start sewing. Simple as that. And there it is. It doesn't expose. I don't see it. The orange thread on the bottom. I don't see it anymore. I am using a 1/4 of an inch padding with vinyl. And there it is. Let's see it. Remember before how it was? See now? Nothing, right? And the same on the bottom? Nothing. That's perfect. That's all what we want. You don't have to move it anymore. Just leave it like that. In case if you lower too much and when you are sewing fast, the bobbin case come out of the place, just make sure to move a little bit more up, a little bit. So that's all what I did to my, like I said before, to my brother machine and some other machine that doesn't take that T270 thread. And it is, I know if you don't have an idea how to fix it, you maybe you will try one time and you will say, oh, I can, my machine, it is not for this thread. If you have a different brand of sewing machine, there is a big chance that you will fix it by doing this. I don't want to say 99.9 because I don't know exactly what kind of machine do you have, but if the bobbin is facing up, I am pretty sure you can fix it. See, nothing on the bottom and nothing on the top. I am putting a top stitch, just making sure. And let's see. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. T270. And it's threading a little bit different because the thread is thick. I just lower the bobbin and leave it like that. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I just gonna make sure to tie those small screws and put oil, and that will be all. So my friend, I just made this video because a lot of people have been asking me about this issue, and I made this video for I think I have a video, but I haven't explained it that much as this one, how to fix it. I have been receiving messages a lot about this, how it is possible for me to use that kind of thread on this machine, and it is possible. I just showed you how. What do you have to do? Just remember, pay close attention how your sewing machine it is, because you will lower that hood a little bit. If you move it, if you lower too much, it's not going to lock on the top. You just want to move a little bit, enough for the thread to go between the place and the bobbin, enough. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. If that was the case, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and one more thing, just click the bell. That way when I upload a new video, you will receive a notification. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I see you pretty soon in the next video. Ciao, ciao.